So for the longest time, I've had people ask me why my YouTube channel is called The Storyteller. With the first story of the series, I'm gonna explain to you why. So it all began in 2018 when I got the chance to go to the City of Dreams, Mumbai, to showcase one of my performances that I had won on a prestigious theatre. Being an actor and director in college, Mumbai was indeed the city of dreams for me. And what beautiful timing, because in exactly 1 week, I was going to start my corporate job. So I decided to seize the opportunity and go on a solo trip to Mumbai all by myself. As soon as I reached Mumbai, the first thing I did was have the famous keema pav at Kyani and Company. Got into a Kali Pili and rode all the way to Maratha Mandir to watch the iconic DDLJ. Soon after that, I went to Colaba Causeway. And what is it, you ask? It's a long street filled with so many shops on either side of the road. It's an iconic place in Bombay if you love to shop, and moreover, all the different types of clothes, jewelry and shoes makes the street so colorful. And if you go during the peak hours, then you'll just have to push and pull your way forward because there's just so many people. But my reason to go to Colaba was not that. There was a shop in Colaba that made customized keychains and chains as per your wish. This was the first thing I decided before coming to Bombay. I wanted a keychain that said Storyteller, for the storyteller in me. So the idea was pretty simple. Every day when I come back home after a tiresome day in office, while opening that lock to the door, that keychain should just remind me that this is not where I belong. I belong exactly where this keychain was made, Mumbai. Probably seeing this every day, I'd have the guts to accept who I really am. And probably one day, I'll even have the guts to scream out to the world that I'm a storyteller. But this was far from reality. In the actual world, I was working in and day out, being a workaholic and working around the clock, not even having a minute for myself. Of course, it gave me a lot of appreciation, but it took me a whole year and one car ride back home to make me realize that night that this whole year I was just running around targets and not even a target for myself. With the rush of emotions, I clearly had one of the darkest nights of my life. I started questioning everything and even questioned the purpose of my life. What was supposed to save me one day was just lying there on the table, staring back at me. And that's when I noticed the keychain. That's when I actually noticed the keychain. I couldn't help but smile. What if my story's not over after all? Then began my months and months of overthinking of what I should do. But finally, I was able to make the right choice. I finally felt peaceful. Though I was happy, it was indeed one of the most scariest moments of my life. At that moment, I didn't have the answers to any of these questions, but I did have the answer to the question of who I was, and once I accepted that, nothing seemed big anymore. My life had become so much more simpler after that. I just couldn't believe that out of everything, a keychain had changed my life. And thanks to the Storyteller keychain, I became a better version of myself. As the D-Day was approaching, my friends threw me a wonderful farewell in the month of September. All my close colleagues and friends were all there and we were having such a great time, but amidst all the excitement, I ended up losing my bag that night. That bag had everything that I could buy again, except for one small thing. We checked everywhere, my friend's car, the office, under the table, everywhere. But I'd lost it. I actually lost the one thing that gave me hope in life. The one thing that pushed me to make this decision. The one thing that actually made me happy. I just wanted to erase this entire day, but that's not how life works, right? I was in a really bad place the next couple of days. But that's when my friend came across and asked a simple question. What if this was its purpose after all? Yes, it definitely meant a lot to me, but this couldn't be the end, right? The keychain literally taught me who I was, my purpose, and it changed my life. Maybe that's it. That was the purpose of the keychain after all. Sometimes we come across certain people, some life-changing events, and even come across certain things that come into our life and they leave before we even know it. But we always look at it with so much of negativity. Why can't we think that they came at the right time and they left after teaching us something? Sometimes not everything we lose is loss, and not everything that makes us cry is a tragedy. They come, they help you, and they leave, and that's exactly what my keychain did. It locked up all my insecurities and pushed me to dream. I know it's a keychain that I bought off of the road, but it helped me decide and it helped me choose my happiness. I don't know why that keychain is now, but it'll always remain close to my heart. And in 2019 October, I finally moved to Bombay. Back when I lost it, I thought this was the end of my story. But today, I realized that this was just a part of the bigger story. So you see, you and me, we're just all part of a big story. And these things help us where we need to be. So coming back to the question of why my channel is called The Storyteller, I want my videos to help your story or your day in whatever small way possible. My Storyteller keychain is one of the biggest reasons I'm happy today. And similarly, the storyteller in me wishes and hopes that my stories or videos can help change your day even in the slightest way possible. And aren't we all capable of doing that, considering we're all the storytellers of our own lives?